Hey guys, what's up? It's Sneaky, and I'm bringing you, as I said just a couple seconds ago, episode 1 of the A-Team, which is basically a series where I'm going to go over different perks, classes, guns, and setups that will help you and your team do well. Now, this is mainly for parties, but you can use some of these classes if you want to play alone. Now, the classes I'm going to talk about today are for objective game modes, such as Domination and Demolition. Those are the two games I'm going to focus on in this. I will also be doing this series for Search and Destroy, Team Deathmatch, and Headquarters. Alright, so the first class I'm going to recommend is a FAMAS. Now, the FAMAS does 30 damage up close and 25 at a distance. Now, what's great about the FAMAS is it's got a good rate of fire and has good ammo count. With Scavenger Pro, you get 240 bullets, the full bullets, it's all that stuff. Now, I would recommend Red Dot on it, just because I'm not a huge fan of the iron sights, and Red Dot just helps me out. But if you don't want to use Red Dot, a couple other great attachments would be Extended Mags or Silencer. Okay, on to the secondaries. You're going to see this universally, a Python. Now, on this class, I recommend Python Akimbos. But on most of my other classes, I would say use Python with Speed Reloader. Now, the Python Akimbo is basically I think if you pull the trigger twice with each, you'll get a kill up close. And then Akimbo, anything over like 5-10 meters, don't even use it. So yeah, I would recommend Semtex, Concussion, and Motion Sensors, along with Scavenger, Sleight of Hand, and Hacker. Now, I'm going to really quickly talk about the Slayer purpose, which is what this is. So the Slayer basically is like an objective player without playing the objective. When I play Slayer, I usually am watching B or our home flag or in capture the flag. So this would apply a Slayer, somebody who comes up close to your objective, like your flag, for example, and defends it and stuff like that. Another great thing to do when you're playing this is it's another option. If you are playing, for example, Team TAC, is have the Slayer run with a Starella 3 so they can take down enemy air support. If you're bad enough to let them have it, I guess I should say. Alright, I'm also going to have two different alternate classes. The first alternate class is an M16 with Red Dot. Now, the M16 is a great gun. It does 40 damage up close, and I believe it does 50 damage up close. And I think it drops down to 40 long range. So basically what this means is you're at a 1 to 2 hit kill up close and a 2 to 3 hit kill from far range, depending on the enemy's injured, if they're injured or not. So I recommend this gun. I like it a lot. And when I'm playing Slayer, there's a lot of long range of the sight, so that's great. Python Speed Reloader is kind of just for those, because it's a bit of a better close range weapon, which I like. And also, if you get guys in last stand, it's good to pull that out and just shoot people with it. Okay, I'm gonna recommend Semtex as the same. It's kind of just a personal preference. Novagas. Now, Novagas is great for stunning enemies and stuff like that, but doing it a better job. I find that they do a better job than stun grenades. And then, for example, if you Novagas somebody, they only take 1 M16 burst, stuff like that. So Claymores is kind of just what I like to do is either put my Claymores in an area I'm in or in a high traffic area, they usually get a kill. Now, by using the M16, which has 3 burst technology, I guess you could say, I like to run Hardline instead of Scavenger and Hardened instead of Sleight of Hand, because you just don't burn through ammo. And then Hacker's at their choice. Alright, the final alternate class is an AK-47 with dual mags. So the AK-47 is one of the highest damage. The Commando, and the Galil are 40 damage assault rifles up close and drop down to 25. I believe it is 25 from a distance. So that's a great gun to use. I like it. Dual mags. It's a good gun for a close quarters map like Nuketown or firing range. So Semtex is same old. It's just your personal preference. I use concussions on this just because you get 2 of them, and I just like when I use an automatic weapon just to have those 2. Claymores, as I said before, just to put in a high traffic area. Then Hardline, I use Sleight of Hand on this gun because I burn through ammo quite quickly, and then Hacker. So those are the 3 classes I'd recommend, and now on to the game. There's actually something I forgot. I should also go over what kill streaks are good for playing the Slayer role. So the kill streaks I like to use when I'm playing the Slayer role are high risk, high reward kill streaks. Now what this basically means, if I get my Blackbird, I'm basically guaranteed attack dogs. Now the one thing I am going to say is, if for example I'm not using a 3 burst or a scavenger weapon, I might take off the attack dogs, as you can see, and put on a spy plane or even a napalm strike. So I would recommend this for that AK-47 class, but the high risk, high reward classes, kill streaks. Sorry, definitely for those scavenger and 3 burst weapons. So that's it, and now I'm gonna get onto some gameplay. Game section of this first episode of the A team. So as I said, I'm gonna be using the FAMOS red dot sight with my perks like scavenger. Like I said, scavenger, sleight of hand, hacker. I had frags and concussion on. My kill streaks were my high risk, high reward kill streaks of the Blackbird, chopper gunner, and gunship. Now the reason why it's fast forward right here is because nothing really happened. I only got about 10 kills in the first 5 minutes of this, so I just kind of skipped it to this point in time, but I just picked up my SR-71 and got my chopper gunner right here. But as you can see, I called my SR-71, and I'm not going to call my chopper gunner until I have my gunship. Now, what I ended up deciding to do when I got my gunship, which was right here off the frag grenade, was just to wait until next round, because the spawns are much better on the other side than they are on this side. The spawns are better for me getting kills on this side than they are the other side. So that's why I waited, and I kind of just stayed here and played defense. As you can see, we're winning 2-1 right now. So we're playing quite good, and I've got my gunship and chopper gunner on standby. So, the credit of this series that I wanted to talk about goes to Killa, or Nice Shot. Now, he was in my last video, and I just want to give him a big thanks. He's kind of been the brainchild of this whole idea, and really helped me with it. He's also figuring out series and stuff like that. We're going to make the series quite a lot better as it goes along. This is kind of just a first try. So, yeah, right here I die, sadly, but I have my gunship and stuff, and they took the flag, which kind of sucked. So, playing defense on Crisis, or playing defense in general, you want to stay, for capture the flag, you want to stay around the flag, which is what I did, and I actually put my claymore right on the flag. Oh, never mind. Oh, yeah, so right here is a great spot for watching the flag on this side on Crisis. It's just a nice solid spot to watch it on, so you have a nice view of the flag and a nice peripheral vision. So you can see from right here where I am, the left side, the flag, top ledge, like above the underground area, and then you can also, if you look to your right, you have a nice view right. But the main thing is you can see your flag, which is the biggest and most important thing when playing defense. So, I'm going to talk a bit about Crisis and the whole thing with this map. Now, for domination, as I doubt you guys can see this, but you want to have them spawn trapped at A. Now, the reason why you want to have them spawn trapped at A is because if I look around, there's not much cover around here. So you're pretty much set for kill streaks and stuff. If you get a gunship or anything, this is a great map if you have them on this side. So right here, I see this guy shooting at me, and he kind of chickens away, and then Jimby gets him. So right here, they take the flag, but I got him and returned it. So I get this guy right here, and I'm yelling at this guy, GB, just to take the flag and return it. He's like, oh, I'm waiting for you to call in your gunship, and I'm just like, oh, no, it's fine, return it. So he returns it, and we get the win in the first round, 3-2, and I get a nice XP bonus. So the second round is kind of boring, and it's just a lot of fast forwarding. It's mainly gunship and chopper gunner rapage, and then quite a bit of camping. Now the only reason why I'm justifying camping in this is because I have to play defense and capture the flag, and if you run around and capture the flag, you might do well, but you just don't do as well, and you can't see as much. Like, it's a lot better just staying around the flag. I find that you get more kills and stuff. Like, before I made TP from 1-2, I had 50 kills and 1 death, and I captured the flag. So right here, I call my chopper gunner, I fast forwarded my gunship, and this is kind of all it is. It's just a lot. They were shooting on the air support, and they had actually taken our flag. So I was able to kill him and return it, and I get shot down right here. And then this is just this is the only really place to camp in this map. There's not really much else to go, so I just kind of hang out here, went to get this guy's scavenger pack and a couple more, picked up an FNFAL, which actually played quite a bit of dividends. So in this game of Capture the Flag, like, I'm gonna go over all this for like the next couple videos and stuff, but this was mainly a lot of ownage from not just me but Python, who actually was running the flag, was running high risk, high reward kill streaks, and did a good job. So I might give you guys his game perspective. We had, I think at the end of the game, we had 8 chopper gunners on standby, but they just gave them to me because I had the YouTube channel going and stuff like that and wanted some gameplay, which was very kind of them. So shout out to Python and Sneak and Bplax and everybody. Alright, so as you guys can see, I picked up the FNFAL. Now the reason why I picked up a gun, although I had lots of ammo on my FAMAS, was that this gun is a great long-range weapon, and so what I'm going to recommend is if you see a gun on the ground that is better than yours, or not even better, just has like a nice long-range capability, then I would recommend picking it up instead of those Pythons or whatever you have as your secondary. I recommend Pythons, but it's kind of your choice, just because you have better chance of luck. So right here, I actually come out of my spawn, a bit and try to get some people. I lay down here to send a message really quickly, but yeah, so right here we have a gunship going and they're kind of just all over the place, so I just start running around. I kill this guy right here, which I thought was for my Blackbird, but sadly it wasn't. I still needed one more. So I come into the underground area, and this is where B domination is. You want B in any domination game. So pick up this guy from SF71 and call it in, and then I see that there's a guy spawning right there, so right now, so I kill him to get my chopper gunner, which is my 3rd helicopter of the game. So yeah, the game is wrapping down right now. There's about a minute and a half left, but I will fast forward my chopper gunner so it's not too boring. This is basically just the first video of many. I mean, I have some more exciting gameplay, but this is kind of more of a campy game. So right here, the host leads, so I have to pause the commentary and stuff and get the second part and then put it all back together. So yeah. I'm back. Yeah, I just had to cut off the video for a second because of host migration. So I have my Huey right now and I'm just waiting to call it in. We are up 2-0, and the flag runner is taking the flag. So I'm just kind of trying to call my chopper gunner. At the moment, I'm 49-5, so I was really hoping for 50. Yeah. So the game is basically wrapping up. I'm just gonna fast forward this last chopper gunner. I get my 50 kill right there, and then 4 more people join. So I think I get 4 more kills, and right about almost right when I come out of my chopper gunner, we win the game. So there you go, a nice 54-5 capture the flag game. So that's how to play defense, and I hope you guys enjoyed watching it and everything. Just remember to rate, comment, subscribe, and Killa, thank you. Just please let me know if you want me to continue this series. The next videos will be better. I just kind of rushed this one just to get it out there. So I hope you guys enjoy, and I'll see you later. Bye.